Hello and welcome back to Design Foundations. In the previous lessons, you learned the elemental foundations of design. Now, we'll dive into more conceptual principles to help you create comprehensive design material for your business or project. Previously, we discussed balance and how to achieve it. Now, we'll talk about cohesiveness and consistency and why they're important. Cohesiveness is mainly concerned with how design elements complement each other in a single design project. When a design is cohesive, it has a feeling of wholeness and, yes, balance. Elements like fonts, textures, and images across the pages are similarly or related visually. Consistency is when those elements form part of other related projects, for example, in the same campaign. With cohesiveness and consistency, you can create a set of visual assets for a marketing campaign or something similar, in which design elements carry over from one design to another. Cohesiveness and consistency are key elements of a brand identity. They are the foundation of a brand guidelines document that must be applied to all projects for that brand. Similarly, the concept applies to any set of interrelated designs that form part of a group. So let's look at how you can use these principles in your design projects. First, let's look at how to achieve cohesiveness in a design. This is a multi-page training manual for a data entry operator. Let's analyze what makes this design cohesive. First, the things we've already talked about, the colors and the fonts. As you can see, there's a flow with elements like a red line and center tiles with the same font and size, plus the logo on the top left corner. But when you look a little deeper, you can see that there's a set of design elements that repeat in similar ways across the pages. The logo for the brand is a chevron line design, which is recreated as edge designs on some of the images in the pages. The cover itself has the logo and an extra line, creating movement that inspires a page flip to the next slide. Then there's a trend where images have half the background removed and another thin vertical image style. These are all elements that help with the design's cohesiveness. There's no doubt that these pages belong together and form part of the same design project. If you look closely, you can also see that the images are all in the same lighting or feeling. You can achieve this with filters or by using AI to create a set of images in the same color palette. Now, let's move on to consistency. Remember that this concept applies to a group of designs in the same family or from the same project. To achieve consistency across a set of designs, designers create a visual strategy. A visual strategy is a set of rules that makes all designs look like they belong together. Take a look at this set of branded templates. Each one has a different function, but they all share the same visual strategy. To show you how a consistent visual strategy works, we've made this collage look a bit like a mood board. It has the fonts and the colors that are used all throughout the designs. The visual strategy applies to these 5 templates, but could also apply to many more just by following the guidelines. A standout feature amongst all these designs is the dark and light teal colors that show up as backgrounds and color filters on images, fonts, and shapes. You can be sure that these colors are used consistently across all projects that form part of this strategy. Visme has a great feature to help you stay cohesive and consistent with your designs. It's called the Brand Kit, and you can set up your brand in just a few minutes. If you already have a brand and a website, then you can use the Brand Wizard to set up the Brand Kit in a few minutes. Then the AI will create a set of branded templates using those brand guidelines. You can even use the Brand Wizard manually and insert the fonts and colors you'd like to use and create color palettes before the wizard generates a set of templates. Keep in mind that if your site is protected against web crawling or scraping, then the Brand Wizard unfortunately won't work. I hope you now have a good grasp on cohesiveness and consistency and you'll apply it to all your designs. Just remember that the idea is that for a design to be cohesive, all elements must feel like they belong together. And for a set design to be consistent, you need a visual strategy to guide you as you're creating numerous designs. In the next lesson, we'll talk about the concept of less is more and the minimalism design principle. Until next time, I will see you there.